firstly discuss on a loop in salesforce. So understanding and syntax and implementation of a loop structure in Apex is very essential. There are four type of loops. So for loop, for each loop, while loop, and do while loop. So accordingly, we will move forward with the one by one. So firstly, we will discuss about an for loop. So, so in traditional loops, so for loops is syntax. So here is an for loop. So for is integer I is equals to 0 and then I is less than limit and I plus plus. What is that? So integer isn't data type. So what the type of it's an a primitive data type we are using here. An integer you can use an integer or a decimal here. Then we are going to initialization stage. So here is an I is equals to 0 means an initialization. So when you want to from where you want to start the loop. So here is an initialization condition. Here I is less than limit. So here it means an loop will go to till I is less than limit. And here is an increment operator. Suppose I value is a 1 first. So then loop will going to execute and second time I'll then after the loop execution, so I will become an 2 because of this increment operation. So here is a basic syntax. We'll go to the firstly Salesforce. So when you go to the Salesforce, you just need to click here, and here is a developer console. Just click on that and you will open on that type of page here. This type of page you are going to open it. So you just need to create on a file here. Click on a file. So after clicking on a file, here is an Apex class. Just click on that class and here name that class such as I am using an loop loops and SAS. So I am going to save it. So when you will go to save it, you will get that type of class here. So just wait a second. So that type of window you are looking right now, and just we'll firstly define on a loop here. So for the defining a loop, when you are going to create another type of a loop, you here is your class is already created. So going to create my class. So here is an okay, done. So here the type of class you are created here automatically going to create. Then you are going to create a method. So public static void. Sorry guys, I'm facing a keyboard issue. So here isn't a method we are going to create. Suppose we are going to find a natural number. So firstly, we'll go with a table. So here we will go in fill the table. So table S is going to create. Then we are just initializing it. So for the purpose, I'm using a for loop. So for here, I am going to create a for loop. So firstly, we'll need to initialize it. So for I is equals to 1, I am going to then we will define a limit here when till when we want to execute that code. So I want I is less than equals to 10 and then we are going to increment it I plus plus here. So for that purpose here then we are going to create one method. So here we firstly define that increment variable. So here I am initializing it integer. So we need to provide a data type to them. So integer I and sum. Suppose sum is I'm storing here a 0 in the sum. So then we are just going to sum is equals to sum into yeah. So here we don't want a sum. Suppose we are just going to create a table, so initializing I variable here. Then we are just putting a system dot debug. So system dot debug I into suppose we want a 20 table, a number of table, number of 20 tables. So here we are going to print in a 20s table. So for the 20s table printing, we are using an I into 20. Suppose we are going to save it control S. So here from here you can save your code. So here is an if you put in control S, so your code will going to save it. So it's saved and then control E. So here I am using an a loop here. So firstly I'll clean that. So I'm going to return a last name loop. Then I'm going to put here a table name. So here is a method name tables. So and then I am going to execute it. So while execution, I'm clicking on a debug only. Then here is an debug only section. Then here is a 20 table is created. So now I want to create some another number of table. So what I going to do? I am here taking an input from a user. So here I am writing an integer num is equals. So integer num I'm taking from here and here except 20 I'm using a num. So here I'm going to put a number. So what is happening here? We are taking an input from a user. So input for we are using that for loop for that purpose. For the printing of a purpose, we are using a for loop. So here I is equals to means one means it is initialization condition. So where loop will start from I is equals to 1 and loop will stop at I is less than equals to 10. So here is an increment or decrement operation. So here first I is equals to 1, then this operator will become an I is equals to 2 automatically. For I is equals to 1, they will become an I is equals to 2 automatically due to that increment operation. So here is an increment or a decrement operation you can execute. After executing it, it will create. Okay. Then I'm going to save that code here. Firstly, we'll save it. So after saving it, it taking a little long time. So after saving it, I will show you how that print and tables open numbers. So firstly, okay, it's saved now. So now I'm clicking on a control E. Sorry.